Hi guys, today I'm here with one of our shop trucks and it has a leaking fuel line, so we're going to change that out. So let's get started. So when it comes to fuel line repairs, I usually cut and flare my own lines, but today I'll be putting in a set of OEM quality replacement lines from Lines to Go. This kit for the Duramax diesel comes with pre-bent stainless steel lines with flexible sections for easier installation and fittings to connect just like the factory lines. Okay, so I'm going to start in the engine bay. Here at the back of the engine, we have the main fuel line and return line with push lock connectors. First, I pop off the two retaining clips. Now to remove these push lock connectors, you usually need a tool to slide into the connector and spread the interlocking clips. First, you push the fuel line as far forward as possible, insert the tool, then pull back on the fuel line. If all goes well, the fuel line should come right off. Unfortunately, things rarely go as planned, and these fuel lines seem to be stuck and I'm not able to push them forward. I even cut the hose a little ways back and used a pair of vice grips to see if that'll free it up enough to move, but still no luck. Finally, as a last resort, I use a rotary tool and a small cutting disc to carefully cut the connector and pry it open. Eventually, I get the outer part of the connector off and find that the spring clips are rusted in place, so there was no way this line would have come off without extreme measures. I repeat the process again to get the return line removed as well. With the front connectors removed, I head down under the truck and start releasing all the clips that hold the lines in place. Then, with a bucket handy to catch any fuel leaks, I remove the clamps from the rubber hoses that come off the tank, pull the hoses off, and clamp them off with a pair of vice grips. I then maneuver the old lines out, making note of the path they take into the engine bay and along the transmission. I lay the new lines next to the old ones to be sure we have the correct ones and the right orientation. Then I carefully route the new lines up and try my best to match the path of the old ones. Using the retaining clips and brackets as guides, and lock them in as I go to hold the lines in place. With the main front lines in place, I look next at the rear lines. After trying to match up the remaining lines, it appears this truck does not have a fuel cooler. Maybe it never came with one, or perhaps it was removed by a previous owner, but either way, these lines will not fit the truck as is. I made the decision to cut two of the fuel cooler lines and modify them slightly to connect to the rubber hoses going to the tank. It was a little extra work, but I think this modification turned out quite good. Well, we're all done here on the underside of the truck, and everything looks pretty good, so let's head back to the engine bay to finish up. So now I grab the two flexible lines at the front and push them firmly into the lines on the engine until I feel them click into place. Well, those stainless lines look so good and will likely last longer than the rest of the truck will. Finally, I reconnect the retaining clips and we're done. Now let's start the truck and make sure there are no leaks. Everything looks nice and dry, so that's a good sign. This video was brought to you by Lines to Go. You can visit linestogo.com for high quality, easy to install fuel, brake, and transmission lines at very reasonable prices. Well, we hit a few snags along the way, but I'm quite happy with that install. The truck is now running good, so that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.